how, that's of River State that is, and obviously everybody gets to hear the name of the spokesperson, Grace Iringekoko. Right now, spokespersons of the Nigerian police across the divisions have become like mini superstars. Everybody's always online, tagging them, calling them out, and I think it's a pretty good thing to do to, as it were, create a system of accountability. But on Friday last week, ladies and gentlemen, please bear me witness, or rather, this is my weakness that has led us to this conversation. It's been 5 years. A lot of us have been critical that, those reforms we're not seeing the effect. But these people still do terrible things. They still do this, they still do that. They still collect a good jet left and right there. Some of them, they don't know they're doing. They're rude. In Port Harcourt, policemen have been accused of harassing young men, demanding money from them, making illegal stop and searches, jumping into people's fences in the hostels, for university residents, just jump, no warrant, nothing, right? Oh, there are those complaints. But ladies and gentlemen, please listen to this. On Friday last week, on Saturday last week, and yesterday, I had the opportunity to go around, as always, different parts of Port Harcourt. And then I came across 4 checkpoints. Or rather, I met checkpoints 4 times in these 3 days. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Right? The NTA Ozoba end, just after what's that place called? The old AIT gate, right? There. 1 checkpoint. Then another checkpoint before Rumokuta Market, right? That's on the way. If you're coming from Ozoba, on the way to Rumokuta Market, the junction before where you have the St. Francis and Catholic Church. That's St. Francis, right? There was another checkpoint, second one. Then Rumola as well, the third one. So these 3 times I met policemen. Then coming back again yesterday at Ozoba area, met another checkpoint, right? So 4 times I met the police. And for the first time in the past, I'd say in the past decade, I saw policemen in Port Harcourt who did not ask for bribes. I couldn't believe my eyes. Maybe it was just maybe on the trips I was on, right? Maybe that's where this happened. But the 4 times I met these checkpoints, right? These police officers, right? The bus drivers, that's the mini bus driver, what we call keke bus drivers, all wanted to give money, and the policeman said, "What did they worry you? Who you be? You fit see police? My friend, stop that rubbish." And then they will peep in, they will call somebody who looks suspicious out, and they will search the person. When we're done searching the person, more often than not, we would all leave. Like I said, I have never seen this in Port Harcourt in almost a decade, where the keke drivers, the keke bus drivers offered. I'm not saying they've stopped, so please don't quote me. And I hope Grace Iringekoko and the CP are either listening or they get to hear this. I did not say they stopped. All I said was something seems to be happening, and I don't know what exactly it is, that the 4 times I went out and I was stopped in the vehicles I was in, the policemen conducted searches, they turned away money. In my 2 korokoro eyes, like we say in this country, they turned. In fact, the last one near Ozoba was visibly incensed. He said, "Who you be? Who you see? My friend, don't let me. My friend, leave this place." The man was incensed. The boss said, Sean sir, I go so come join you. I said, "Join what? My friend, leave this place." Maybe those reforms that we're talking about has started happening. Maybe. I don't know. But I'm here to talk about an interesting trend. And hopefully, I was not the only one who has witnessed it in the past few days. Let us tell each other the truth. Have you noticed the change? Are you seeing some change in policing in Rivers State?
The views and opinions shared on this program do not represent the position of Nigeria Info FM. Nigeria Info, let's talk.
Hello, with Jude on 92.3 Nigeria Info.
017-923-0002, 0817923-0003, 0817923-0002, 0817923-0003. These are the numbers you can use. Call us and join in the conversation. At Nigeria Info PH is where you find us on Facebook and on X at Nigeria Info PH, at Nigeria Info PH. Then stick a drive down through to the WhatsApp line where we will only be receiving messages. The number is 0809 030 6416. 0809 030 6416. Have you experienced the things I've experienced recently? Have these reforms, though slow, even though we're hearing that some former police officers are also planning to protest their allowances, but is it just me that's noticed this thing this weekend? 92.3, hello Port Harcourt.
Good morning.
Good morning to you.
Yes, how are you? Happy New Week.
I wish you the same. Welcome, please.
Yes, I'm Charles, calling you from Elekaya Housing Estate.
Welcome, Charles.
I'm really going to talk about this. This topic you brought about is a good one. But before, I wanted to find out something from you, sir.
Yeah, we're listening, please. Go on.
Okay. It's particularly about you. There was a voice I heard in my estate yesterday. That voice looked like the voice of Jude Omameke. Did you superintend over an event in Elekaya?
No, I wasn't at Elekaya yesterday. No, I wasn't. I wasn't. I wasn't.
What's going on? And the person there, the voice.
Oh, no, it wasn't me. It wasn't me. It wasn't me. Okay.
By the basketball court. Okay, this trend you said is actually something I noticed when I boarded a vehicle with my daughter coming from town. I went to Harbour Road. And I was going to Garrison. I was in a taxi, and there were two other, three other persons.
Okay.
One was a much sterling man and two other young boys. So they just stopped us, and they signaled on the two to come out. My daughter was sitting close to me. Myself, usually the electric. I could not, but my daughter now told me, I had to look at what is happening. So when the guys, they went out, they checked him, and they came back. And we started moving. The driver said that, now so that they do, say they just stop people, check them, and they collect money. I was like, so my friends are both police. And it wasn't like this, but maybe to them. I don't know what the city is doing. That's his name. I think it's a good one. If we also talk to them about
all right, Charles. Thank you very much. I got the bulk of your drift. Of past the last 10 or 15 seconds wasn't very clear, but I get the bulk of that. You too, you've experienced that. So we're not sure. Once again, so that I am not casting down or I'm sowing seeds of a new, movement. I want to know, you and millions of Nigerians about 5 years ago had the protest. End SARS. These are the things we're calling for. Police reforms, this and that. It's taking a while. We've been very critical of the Nigerian police, particularly here in Rivers State, all right, and in the city of Port Harcourt. But past week, something seems to have changed. to your final conversation for the morning before we get to the one play draw, and then we'll hand you over to the news, and then the afternoon crew with the sunny side, and look out for hard facts, the hardest of the hard facts coming through later on from 3 p.m. Football aficionados, football fans, you get all the latest updates, all the latest transfer stories, gossip from the world of football later on our extra time from 7 p.m. Ona Kosi, the sports diva, Dorcas Cookie, obviously Angie Kalela, and the man you all love to hate and hate to love, Ekpo Yang, all reporting for duty by 7 p.m. So you want to stick around for that and get all the stories. Now, speaking of stories, I'm sharing with you this morning, ladies and gentlemen, a story of some interesting development in Port Harcourt. Now, it's all about police reforms, and I gave you a background that the reason why it's been a big call, particularly in the past 5 years, is because Nigerians, and indeed across the world, a lot of citizens from different countries are saying police actions have become very heavy-handed. And in some cases where fatalities have resulted, the people have taken up to the streets to protest these actions. Some have even called for the defunding of police. Some have even saying that the police should not even be given as much powers as they currently have. And that's in some counties in the US. But for us here in Nigeria, right, you are used to police brutality and police actions to a scale that many a New Yorker, many a Texan will probably only see in nightmares, because they don't have policemen who stand on the road and tell you to bring Roger. They don't do that. They are not. I'm not saying they're not corrupt, because if you follow American history, the police is fantastically corrupt in the US. There's corruption everywhere. There's corruption in the EU. There's corruption everywhere. But they don't have it as brazen as we do here. So now, ladies and gentlemen, I ask you, okay? I saw on 4 separate occasions between Friday of last week and yesterday, I was stopped in the vehicle I was in. The buses are boarded, and even the keke I rode. Policemen, not particularly from those buses, the mini buses and the keke, not demanding for bribes or gifts or welcome for coming to this junction. And even when offered, you see, the biggest shocker for me was when the driver was a young man, offered, he had his hand, they stretched their hand like that. Oh, sure, sir, sure, your boy there, I just see you. And the policeman said, "What do you mean, see me? See police? What are you saying? Be careful. Who are you?" And then he resumed searching the pockets and the bags of the people who were in the. We all came down and we walked back inside. "Good afternoon, sir." And we drove off. That was it. Now, maybe the new sheriff in town, talking about Commissioner of Police Olugbenga Adebojo Adewale, maybe he has been whispering some things to them. I don't know. Maybe the voice, the spokesperson talking about Grace Imgekoko, maybe she has something to tell us that we don't know. But this past week, I saw things that I haven't seen in a while, which led us to where we are. Maybe these reforms are started taking place. What are some of the positive things you've seen the police do around you in Port Harcourt? I'm very curious this morning.
The views and opinions shared on this program do not represent the position of Nigeria Info FM. Nigeria Info, let's talk.
Port Harcourt with Jude on 92.3 Nigeria Info.
All right, so numbers to call and join in the conversation: 0817-923-0002, 0817-923-0003, 0817-923-0002, 0817-923-0007. At Nigeria Info PH is where you find us on Facebook and on X at Nigeria Info PH. Now, WhatsApp and Telegram, you'll find us with the number 0809 030 6416. 0809 030 6416. All right, so let's get to Facebook now. Alero Spiff says, we have been hearing about the reform for many years now. I am very surprised that the reform has not been done. We really need to reform that sector for effective and efficient policing. Simeon Abba says, no positive action. I have experienced though. Indeed, Nigeria police really need to be reformed. Simeon Abba with that comment on Facebook. 90.3 Nigeria Info, good morning. Hello, Port Harcourt.
Yeah, Mr. Jude, good morning to you.
Good morning, please.
This is Mr. Zion. I'm calling from GRA, Port Harcourt.
Welcome, please.
Jude, what time did you fly this route?
Did not collect money. In the afternoons, and the last one was at 6:30 in the evening.
That is the wrong time you pass now. That time they don't collect money.
Really?
They all deceived you.
So 12 o'clock in the afternoon. 4. They don't take.
They want to employ you. Come and walk through from Aba Road now. I mean from Eleme Junction to Obibo. They will not collect. Come and apply from the same room Okoro.
Okay.
Choba, Emowa, if they will not collect.
Well, but Zion, like I said, I didn't say they stop. I just said something seems to be happening that some of them are not so.
Nothing has happened. It is the timing. The time you pass, that time they don't collect that much. Or maybe these guys were just redeployed newly to look at the line you call now, the route you call. Maybe somebody that is their superior is passing that line, so they are very careful. The area, see.
Well, so if somebody's passing there and they're careful, that means that's a form of reform. They're afraid of being checkmated.
Like reform. No, there's no reform. See, don't believe anybody that preaches reform to you. There is nothing like reform anywhere. When somebody has committed a crime, punish the offense. Do not come and paint it new, because anything reform, go and check. It's a failure, and we fail to point the failure. We are benefiting from the crime and criminality, and we want a little bit to reduce it because other people have come in. We call it reform. There is nothing like reform. The Nigerian police does not need reform. You don't need it from nowhere, from no time. If you have punished them according to the act of the parliament that were enacted, if they have been operating in that stead, I believe you me, brother, you will not reduce a police issue like this to a discussion. And before I leave the floor, sir, maybe these guys you saw there were just freshly redeployed. They never understand the business. They don't know how the thing they work here. They want to ask a little bit of question. So for now, they mind themselves. But I want to be honest to you. The police is synonym to be collecting money or extorting from Nigeria.
So Zion, let me ask you: are you saying that in the past 1 week or 2 weeks or even 1 month, you've not seen anything positive that the police have done in your area?
Even from the police station, I've not seen anything new. It's still the same people, the same thing, the same extortion, the same nefarious activity, the same shame and disgrace to the image that we are seeing. Nothing new. My brother, if something new has happened, we will know. You don't even need to tell us. It's your eyewitness will come and tell you. You are only going box to buttress what they are not doing or what they are doing. I challenge you, sir, from 8:30, from 7:30, come out and apply the same route.
Okay.
If not the same route, take another route.
I would take.
Tell us again.
I'll take up that suggestion. I will take up that suggestion. Maybe he's right. Maybe those 3 days that I've been on the road, they were not the operational time for disgracing the uniform. Maybe, I don't know. 92.3. Good morning, please.
Good morning, Jude.
Good morning, please.
Yes, this Chief Ofoji calling you from Oyibo.
Welcome, Chief Ofoji.
Jude, you see, in every 12, definitely you must see a Judas there. If we are talking of police, generally, you cannot erase them or exclude them from collecting anything. Yes. But if you happen to, like you have rightly said, if you happen to see some people doing the real job, you would be surprised to say, are you sure that this is Nigerian police? There are many of them doing this job. But the fact is that, like the last speaker have said, those people who are applying the road are the ones who are trying to cause problems to the Nigerian police. Why I'm saying that is that if you are a driver, for instance, and maybe they are checking your papers, they say stop is stop. Let's see your papers. You will not ask a policeman. I'm telling you what I have seen, not hearsay. You will ask a policeman, why are you checking my papers? Are you supposed to check my papers? Jude, my brother, does it not look an embarrassing to a Nigerian policeman? And yet you want them to serve you. The said man who said he has not seen anything last. I'm talking with you now that without Nigerian police, you can't come to work. You can't walk that road successfully and come to your station and do this work.
Okay.
For their presence now, scares away criminals. So you cannot just erase them that totally they have not seen any reform. Even if there is no reform, why can't you yourself reform them? Because it is human being that enforces that reinforcement. I am telling you, actually, the federal government are not trialing in the side of police.
Fair enough.
How can you give a policeman vehicle to go and patrol, do the duty?
No maintenance.
And that policeman to wear that vehicle by himself. You'll be surprised now they buy their uniform.
We've heard that reports. Yes, we've heard reports of that in the past. We have.
I don't know. They buy their boots, they buy their belts, they buy their bag, everything they wear, they buy it. And you're talking of reform. You cannot tackle of that area. How can you send your child to school? No biro, no pen, no school fees. How do you expect that child to sit comfortably in the class and let your teacher to teach that person? We should chase the right thing at the right time. So that if we get these things right, then we now know. Corruption, they are talking. I believe no police in this world that is not corrupt.
Okay.
I've been monitoring some, both the net and the other, my friends who are living there. Say, something that is happening in Nigeria. It's even in that place, so they even thought that it's only in Nigeria that this type of thing is happening. And I believe that anybody who is seriously tackling policeman, I see that person like somebody, a policeman, have corrected before. Because there's something, there's a difference between correction and punishment.
Punishment, true.
Yes.
True.
If you are corrected, you will not look at it as a punishment.
Okay.
My own take is that there are good policemen, many of them. Yes.
All right, thank you very much. Let's get to read some messages. All right, this one here says, Joe, good morning. Maybe the reforms is around the area you saw them, because at RSU yesterday, I saw them causing some serious traffic jam, collecting money from bus drivers as if they were ushers. And worse is that they are there from up to 3 places before Ikoku bus stop. Indeed. That's from IH. Okay, all right. Good morning, Jude. Actually, I stay around Transamadi. If you're driving from Garrison to Transamadi, policemen at Madia Junction still collect their 100 naira. In fact, different squads positioned there. The squad you met is different. Sorry, the squad you meet in the morning is different from the squad you meet in the afternoon and night. Drivers are really complaining bitterly. So this reform or change is not in every location. Okay, enough. Uncle Jude, you won't believe that days back I saw a policeman in uniform with microphone and speaker preaching for repentance. Are you serious? Preaching for repentance. It was amazing. Other policemen do the right thing. I appreciate that. They appreciate that they do. This policeman in uniform, microphone and speaker preaching repentance. Something is in the air in Port Harcourt. Something is. Hello, Port Harcourt. Good morning.
Well, I see what you're saying, because the law will never hear all this. I know we are quick to report the police to the public court, and everybody will take it to line and finger. But today, like I said, that I will commend you, because finally when we drive on the road and see those things, we don't notice. But those bad behavior of collecting, did it back well, bringing a light and all, we remember of that. So when they are not there doing that wrong thing, don't pass as if nothing happened. For me, I have not seen so. I don't notice.
Okay.
But I want to believe this your story so that
the first caller.
See how to push and support. If your friend was smoking like 10 packets of cigar every day, right?
Okay.
And you are not comfortable. But people are saying, you don't talk to this your friend. I don't get to smoke now. I don't even smoke it, so that's why you
yes.
At the time, the guy reduced to like 5 packets and reduced to 1 packet. And people are still complaining. So you are saying like 4 different points. And they are not complaining. My brother, they don't try you. Because from one to another, even though they see you dropping here before, they still collect another. They don't ever ask you question, what's the money for? So for me, you too, I'll be a monitor. Maybe we topic from time to time so that we can give you contribution on how they are improving at the end of the day. And ready to serve us better.
Thank you very much. I think so would too, because the first caller, Charles, from he too experienced something like that. Like I said, some experience between Friday and yesterday. I had to pinch myself to say, I'm in a twilight zone. I'm actually in the right place. Dude, I swear to heaven, you can never find a born-again Christian or a born-again Muslim in the Nigerian police force from top to bottom. They can change. Even if you provide everything to the policemen, they'll still collect both side bribe, the importer and cleaning. There's a lot of pessimism. Dude, the problem is not just the government. The budget of the police is siphoned by top-rank officers. You remember the case of Kafama? Oh, Inspector General, I remember that story. Oh, yes. How can we forget Nigerian? How can we forget? Okay, well, I will not forget, ladies and gentlemen, to also say something about what is in my hand. This is Obakri Granot. I ran downstairs because this is a comment it's not a blue moon. To show you how good it was, I had 2 packs. Now only one, as you guys can see now. The soccer ball outside, they buy my granot because somebody said like our granot is sweeter than the granot. Actually for us, they had the other granot. I mean, granot. We bought empty granot and the granot has finished. So please, anyway, you in China, please, you should rub the belly, rub it, let the oil of Obakri waste come out. Yes, rub. What I say, rub is coming. Right. Anyway, you see him, just busy. What is that? Rub away. Well done. One play drop.